uh, I'm gonna go into the sad state of affairs of our squad. The same squad that we asked to fight for us, with starting to generate energy to try to get Medicare for all done faster through leverage, using their leverage with the margins that they have in the House with force the vote. But they instead decided that the $15 minimum wage was a more realistic route to go. But they did refuse to fight for that as well. And that's another issue for another time. Then, just about every time a bill goes through, the squad has an opportunity to use their leverage to push something else into the bill that would be critical for the people. Although another problem is, the things that they tell you they push for are just more of the same old incrementalism that doesn't help us whatsoever. But this isn't why it's now a sad state of affairs. It's because of this. Rashida Tlaib. It's been time. Don't tell me people... Don't need a poll to tell me that people want access to healthcare. Lower the age and get it done. Are you kidding me? Are you folding so much like an accordion that you're now going from advocating for Medicare for all to access? Are you kidding me? You're taking steps this far fucking backwards? This is sad. The fraud squad. The system has turned them into just another brand to get you to vote for Democrats. So they've got us suckered in now. And there's probably too much of the left who believes this issue comes down to just not having enough progressives, even though the numbers are staring right in the face that they have a chance to use their leverage to force things into the bill, into any bill that would materially help people's lives. And the fact that they're not doing it is sad. Extremely sad. And it's why people on the left are really rethinking their electoralism strategy. And here's the problem with voting for more progressives. It's because of things like this. Just when you think you add 5 more progressives, you lose just as many, and they turn into shitlibs. You tell me this is a winning strategy, is to just take on that incremental road where we get like 2 to 4 squad members every 2 years. Then when you look, you see them turn into liberals. And what makes it worse is I felt like Rashida Tlaib was the best of the original 4 squad members. And the fact that it's her of all people that are taking falling in line with the liberal signaling that you see Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez lead the charge in. And I felt like Ilhan Omar has also been the second worst in terms of the shifting to full-fledged liberal. And I don't even count Ayanna Pressley because she had always showed the most liberal signaling among the original 4 squad members. But I felt like Rashida was the one who had the best potential if she were the one leading the charge, as opposed to AOC, who I think was falsely anointed the leader of that group and is clearly proving that the celebrity aspect of being a politician has gone to her head. In addition to that, AOC was very poorly vetted by the Justice Dems because she wasn't the working class bartender that she campaigned on. She really worked in the office of Ted Kennedy. Proof being that she was a careerist that fooled the Justice Dems into thinking that she would be a true progressive fighter. The fact is, she isn't. And even if you come into this system as a genuine progressive, it still does a mindfuck on you and eventually turns you completely against what you ran on to get there in the first place. And don't think for a second that I'm going to continuously vote for these progressives. And for the record, I have not had that opportunity just yet. But just for the record, don't think that continually voting to add more progressives in Congress is the answer. Look back in the 90s when Nancy Pelosi first got to House. She introduced a single-payer health care, and she was really advocating for it back then. Look where she is now. She is now the one who is turning these squad members into full-fledged team players. And you know that in a matter of time, AOC is going to be the next one who is going to be turning some new group of incoming progressives into Democratic Party team players. The worst part is they can use their leverage to save the Democratic Party from the impending doom of 2022 and 2024. But the fact that they're not is ensuring that It is only a matter of how, but when. But there's one more thing I want all of you to look out for. Is once Republicans take back control of everything, I want you to notice whether the squad members start to flip the switch again. Because when someone pointed out that many of these progressives have gone at least 3 months, if not longer, since they last tweeted about Medicare for all. This is the tweet squad here. They're annoying people with their constant, what would so and so mean for you and your family? But be prepared. I bet once Republicans are back in charge of everything, they will start talking Medicare for all again. They will start talking $15 minimum wage, possibly more. They'll start that platform that they're being increasingly silent on when their party is in charge. They're going to start to talk it up, flip the switch and talk those issues back up when Republicans take over, because the answer is it'll be easy to push rhetoric on the issues they originally ran on, because they know it won't go anywhere. And also, the people in their own party won't care either, because they know it won't go anywhere because Republicans are in charge. So don't get duped into thinking that they're going to come back around on the issues, when the truth is, it'll be easier for them to push for those things once again when they're back to being the powerless minority with the leverage being completely against them.